Hey, before we dive in, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're into real, raw stories like this one. I never thought a simple dinner could change everything. The smell of roasted chicken and garlic bread filled the dining room, but the air between us was heavy, electric with unspoken tension. I was perched at the table, my wine glass half full, smirking as I watched Mark, my husband, shift uncomfortably in his seat. Across from him, my best guy friend, Alex, was joking, leaning back in his chair, his easy grin making Mark frown just enough for me to notice. "You're acting weird tonight," I teased lightly, poking at the obvious. Why so jealous of Alex? He's just a friend. Mark's jaw tightened. "I'm not jealous," he said, though his eyes darted to Alex every few seconds. "I just don't like feeling ignored at my own table." I laughed softly, swirling my wine. "Ignored? Sweetheart, you're staring at him like he's the last slice of pizza on earth." I didn't mean to hurt him. It was supposed to be playful, but the tension in his posture told me I'd crossed a line. Alex, completely unaware, leaned forward, recounting some ridiculous story about work, waving his hands animatedly. The laughter in the room felt layered with something else, something unspoken. I could feel Mark's gaze lingering, heavy and dark, on the back of Alex's head. A shadow of unease twisted inside me, but I brushed it off. Later, when Alex left, Mark and I were alone again. I expected some mild, petty argument, maybe a joke about my funny friend and his overprotective husband act. But he just stared at me, his fingers drumming on the table like he was holding himself together. "Do you even realize how it feels?" he asked quietly. "Seeing me shrink every time you laugh at him?" The words hit harder than I expected, and as I opened my mouth to respond, a notification pinged on my phone. A text from Alex. I read it, laughed nervously, and then froze. There was something in that message. Something I didn't want to see. The next morning, the tension from last night clung to the house like fog. I thought maybe Mark would calm down, that a night's sleep would reset things, but it didn't. He barely looked at me over breakfast, his cereal untouched, his eyes clouded. I wanted a joke to diffuse the weight, but something in him made me pause. Later, I checked my phone again. The message from Alex replayed in my mind. It wasn't anything alarming on the surface, just a casual, "had fun last night," but the tone, the timing, the way it arrived just as Mark and I were at odds. It nagged at me, and then I saw it. Another text, one I hadn't noticed before. A string of messages, late at night, all from Alex. Friendly? Maybe. Too friendly? Definitely. Mark noticed my pause. "What is it?" he asked, voice low, wary. I hesitated. "It's Alex. He messaged me last night." I tried to sound casual, but Mark's expression tightened further. "You're laughing at him. You're texting him. I don't know, letting him in where I'm supposed to be." I rolled my eyes. "Mark, it's just texting. He's my friend. You're overreacting." He shook his head slowly, like he was trying to contain himself. "I'm not overreacting. I feel like you're hiding something. I see the way you smile at your phone. I hear the laughs when I'm not there. You think I don't notice?" I felt a flash of anger. "Hiding something? I'm not hiding anything. You're imagining betrayal in every little thing." But Mark didn't argue. He just went quiet, and the silence cut deeper than any words could. That afternoon, I noticed something strange. Alex started texting me more often, at odd hours, commenting on things I didn't think he'd notice. And with every message, Mark's suspicion grew, his distance widening. Then that night, I overheard a conversation I wasn't supposed to hear. Mark, on the phone, whispering not to me, but to someone else. My stomach knotted. He wasn't calling Alex. He was calling someone who knew about me, about us. A chill ran down my spine. And in that moment, I realized the dinner wasn't the problem. It was only the spark. The fire was already burning elsewhere, and I was standing in the smoke, clueless. That night, I couldn't sleep. The house felt smaller, darker, every creak of the floorboards louder than usual. Mark sat on the edge of the bed, phone in hand, silent. I knew something was coming. I could feel in the way his fingers tightened around the device, the way his jaw clenched like a trap about to snap. Finally, he looked up at me. "We need to talk," he said, voice low but steady. No anger, just pain. The kind of pain that comes when someone you love has been pushed too far. I nodded, trying to steel myself. "Okay." He took a deep breath. "It's not Alex. You're worried about him, sure, but that's not the betrayal." His eyes were glassy, tired. "It's me. I've been keeping something from you, and last night pushed me over the edge." My stomach dropped. What are you talking about? "I know you think I'm paranoid, that I'm jealous for no reason. But the truth is," he hesitated, then looked straight into my eyes. "I found out something about you. Something I didn't want to believe." My heart raced. "What?" He placed my phone on the bed. I looked down and froze. Screenshots, late-night calls, messages, photos from Alex. The realization hit me like a punch to the chest. I had been oblivious, laughing at his warnings, mocking his jealousy. But the proof was right there. "I never wanted to see this," he whispered. "I trusted you. I loved you. And I can't just pretend it didn't happen." Tears stung my eyes. Shame, anger, heartbreak. Every emotion collided at once. I opened my mouth, but no words came. I had underestimated him, dismissed his feelings, and now the truth had turned the playful tension of dinner into a full-blown wreck. Mark stood, grabbing his jacket. "I need space. I need time. I can't stay in a house where trust doesn't exist anymore." I watched him leave, the front door clicking shut behind him, leaving silence so heavy it almost felt alive. I sank onto the bed, my phone clutched to my chest, the laughter of that dinner mocking me in my memory. It was a lesson I'll never forget. Love isn't just about laughter or companionship or late-night texts. It's about presence, honesty, and choosing each other when it's messy, uncomfortable, and real. I had failed, and some mistakes leave marks too deep to erase. If this story hit you, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more real, emotional stories you won't see coming.